How do you feel about the Chapman being out here? What does that make you feel like? How do you feel about that?
Just another pack of lies perpetrated by the man to keep a brother down. It's a farce. Dog and pony show. What you out here for today? We've been beyond prayers for a long time. You need action.
Tell me about your shirt, young man.
Young man, 55 years old.
Okay.
I'm from Penn North. I'm with Communities United. My name is Perry Hopkins. I'm the field organizer and community organizer here in the West Baltimore.
Do I have the right to film you today, sir?
Sure, you got the right to film me.
What does this feel like for you today? This corner on North Ave, the infamous corner of the unrest of Freddie GRAY. You see the Chapman out here. I see you just said something about that. What does that make you feel like today?
People being exploited. Just, hey, total indication of disconnect between the powers that be and the people. They're looking for unrest. People disgruntled, unrest. They operating on a stereotypical view of how they view this community, how they view the people in it. All they think that these people know is disrest, violence, and this and that. A lot of people ain't happy about it, but we understand it's part of the process.
Well, how do you feel about the verdict of Officer Cesar Goodsman today?
Par for the course. Hey, Baltimore City Police Department, our criminal justice system here in Baltimore, hey, business as usual. Everybody out here knows, right? First thing is, hey, don't make me chase you, the police say. Because when you run, you know what's gonna happen. That's what happened to Freddie GRAY. It's real amazing to me that the prosecution in this Baltimore City started at the rear end of this crime, is working forward in the prosecutions. Okay? The man took off running under his own power, but had to be assisted in the van. Why are you trying to charge the van drivers with murder? Hello? Also, here's what it really comes down to. All right? Baltimore City, for a long time, I lived here, I broke law here, I sold drugs here, I've been locked up here, I went to prison here. Everybody knows. When you cooperate, when they're in your favor, they mess up the charge papers so you can get off. These officers was intentional, improperly charged, because they were only going to be tried on the charges that were brought against them, not for their actual wrongdoing.
Do you feel that there's a calmness here today as opposed to the unrest of when it actually happened? You think it's a different look today?
And you know what? People is fed up. People is fed up. Have the reason that you see what you see is because everybody already knew what was going to happen. This is not a shock to anybody but the people who are expecting uprising right now. It's not a shock. Once again, we are used to Baltimore City street politics by the police. We know what they do. They are above the law. They are the law. All the way down to the courtroom. All the way down to the state's attorney. Come on. No black man in Baltimore has been tried as these officers are being tried. Look at the calm in their face when they go. Every black man out here tell you, when you say the words Mitchell Courthouse, eyes buck, teeth grit, sweat comes, palms flip, stomachs, butterflies. We don't have that today, do we? But I'm gonna say this, the Biker Boys is up next.
Tell me about the Biker Boys. What do you think about the phenomenal craze of the dirt bikes here in Baltimore City, the culture? What do you think about what's gonna happen with the Biker Boys? You say they're next, what do you mean in terms of that?
Okay, check us out. They're in the baddest box next. What they don't know is they already got 2 strikes against them. When it comes to the point that you are a notorious unit enough for a community to nickname you, that says about your relationship.
Nickname being what?
The Biker Boys. The Biker Boys had a notorious reputation in Gilmore and in this end of the community. 12 o'clock boys, you hear? We have to name them according to their identity because they become notorious. Once again, Freddie GRAY took off running under his own power, but he had to be assisted in the van. There's the tape out there of almost a 300-pound officer putting his knee in his back when the man was down. Hello?
And why do you think the 12 o'clock boys are being under scrutiny next? What makes you think that, sir?
Here's what it comes to. They all got charged. They were all formally charged at the Dog and Pony Show, all right, smoke and mirrors, to calm the city down because they was completely at unrest at that time. And you know what? The city was willing to accept that as the first step. Knowing, prosecution already knowing at the back end, right, that justice would never be properly served. Everybody with a half a brain knows that there was some wrongdoing in the death of Freddie GRAY. But our court system and the charging documents are now telling us that we're incorrect based on the physical evidence before us, you're guilty of the theft, but you're not guilty of the robbery. I charged you with robbery so you could get off. Hello? Come on, we're looking at it. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it, and they expect us to be dumb enough and unconscious enough in the street not to identify it. We know what you're doing.
What's your outtake on the 12 o'clock boys? I haven't heard that yet. What do you think about them riding through the cities of Baltimore, fashioning their bikes and doing what they like? What do you think about that?
Typical Baltimore City Police Department. They've been allowed to operate in that fashion for decades. For decades. They've been allowed to come out like a trained militia and enact all of their military tactics on the public with no disregard, with no exposure. And here we are again, no accountability.
You think the culture's here to stay though?
Oh, this culture ain't here to stay, because here's what's gonna happen.
I mean in terms of the dirt bikes.
Oh, let me say what. The dirt bikes and the kids riding the dirt bikes, right? Don't get me wrong, I'm not for breaking the law, but it's beautiful. Because you at the age, check us out, you at the age of expression. You feel like you're you're invincible, you're in the state of rebellion, but these brothers is getting together, riding around in a pack. Okay, ain't hurting nobody. The main thing that they can hurt is really themselves. There is a danger there, okay? But for real, them brothers ain't hurting nobody, ain't running nobody over, none of that. When you hear them coming, you stop, you let them by, just like you do the police.
You think it's fascinating?
I love it.
To see the 12 o'clock boys ride by you in your city?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. I like to see the bike. I like to see the dirt bike boys, but I don't like to see police officers running around unleashing all of their military tactics on people merely because they got a badge and somebody told them they can, and they're above the law. And my union and my FOP is gonna make sure that I'm okay. See, because I'm never gonna have to answer for what I do because I got a badge and that says that anything I do is right. And the society is perpetrating just that.
What's your name again?
This with you, sis. Here's the word on the street. If somebody ain't found guilty and these officers is not being held accountable, the hopelessness of the street means that people are going to start fighting the police one-on-one because they feel like they have no recourse. They have no support. The court's not going to support me even if I'm right. So I got to take this. Baltimore, we tough. You know what we do. We're going to deal with it. Head up. That's how they think. That's how they feel. That's the only way they know to express themselves under the current circumstances.
What's your name again?
My name is Perry Hopkins. I'm with Communities United. I've been here in Baltimore for 55 years, and I'm from Penn North.
Thank you for allowing me to film you today.